Sometimes I sit up out here at nighttime, just kind of just chilling. You know, I have family that perhaps find me somewhat odd, so I've been told. But even though these individuals that I have love for have not expressed the same towards me, I have the ability to, or should I say, I have had the ability to do traveling, going perhaps not across the waters, as one may say, but I have had the ability to travel throughout several states within this so called country. And I originally, the last place I lived at, I believe that was California. Yes, it was. I stayed in the county of Los Angeles in a suburb called Long Beach. But I knew that if I stayed there, based on all the various different situations, which I shall get into perhaps in later videos, but I like to express various different things, perhaps which went on within my own life. These are just, let's say, a video diary. These are the things in which I experience based on what I believe to be the curse. Anywho, I've been taking the bus to work for quite a few years, even though I have all other alternatives, such as driving my car or my truck. But I choose to experience things that I was not aware of before by riding the bus, the bus to my job. On this particular occasion, which have been on rare occasions that I take this bus to work. Normally, I'm always on time, but in these cases, I've been late. And I'm trying to state this in the most honest way that I possibly can. I watch Ibmore, Save Yourself, Black Man, and many others, which I agree upon a lot of their statements, perhaps not all, but I agree upon a lot of the statements that I have had the opportunity to view these various different videos and channels. But what I come to learn, there are very few women out there that I would allow myself to be, perhaps, for lack of a better phrase, chivalrous towards the opposite sex. In this particular scenario, which is all real, these are statements that I make to myself in this diary. which is I saw this somewhat young, well, very young considering my age, perhaps in her mid 20s to late 20s, female, which, which I find very odd in her appearance. She never wears makeup, from what I see on the few occasions that I had to meet her or to see her. See her will be more apropos, but she always wear her hair up in a bun. This is a what I would like to address as being a sister. I would never allude to that in her presence, but yes, she had her hair up in a bun, no makeup. She has glasses. She's somewhat slim built, but her in her I'm trying to be politically correct here, but her breasts are somewhat large for her small frame. But I never made any advances towards her, but I showed the courtesy that I was taught growing up by my pops in the manner in which you should treat a female. We always get on the bus. She would always stand behind me. I found that somewhat peculiar in this day and age. She will always wait for me to nod my head or give a hand gesture for her to proceed ahead of me, meaning, you know, back to the chivalrous. And I see this young lady, perhaps maybe I intentionally be late just to see this lady because it's, it's peculiar to me to see this type of what I believe to be a so-called black woman. It's pretty odd, you know. I get on the bus. Once I proceed to get on the bus, she would sit always within an area in which she thinks that I'm gonna sit, and I always catch her glancing. Believe me, I am not a handsome man, but I find this somewhat peculiar because of what I'm normally used to is rudeness, aggressiveness, and a beast-like behavior that I have seen from the majority of females that I have met in my life. I would exit the bus before she leaves the bus. I believe that she probably works in the medical field, but I would always address her by making a statement, and that statement is, "Have a good day." She would smile and slowly bow her head down and back up to make eye contact with me. I find that somewhat peculiar. You, I have not seen very many females such as this. Uh-oh. I'm gonna call this the peculiar female. Odd and extremely rare.